Good evening, all. Hope you're doing well. So we come from Euphoria to Complacency in this short space of time because I've just done the Bulletin update, and what's happening that the technical scores are falling slightly as we're going into the close. And we were quite high yesterday, 89%. We're now 47. We can see what's happening. The VIX is going up higher, and we've got a slightly stronger dollar. So because the dollar is weighted quite strongly and the VIX is weighted strongly, it's given it a poor score. All right. So VIX is obviously an important metric because if the fear is increasing, the indices should fall. But we can see they're slightly positive, just slightly. The herd have pretty much gone sideways over the last 24 hours, and so basically, if the technicals really improve over Asia, we're going to be in Euphoria and in dominance because we're just waiting on the technicals now because we've got green on the sentiment, just waiting on the technicals. So this is likely phony and it's likely going to be by the dip. Let me show you the Dow Jones. It's just crazy. So this is the reason for a little drop, is that we're falling slightly on US 30, just ever so slightly. And what's happened is that they'd sold, and we probably should be coming up, but it looks like they're changing their mind slightly, which is interesting because normally what happens is that when price falls, they would sell, and it looks like they're not selling this dump. So we could be entering a new phase where they're actually trying to buy the dip, and if they heard of doing that, then we're going to see a big difference on this sell, and that's going to go red. Okay, so just bear that in mind. We've obviously got a humongous resistance at 40,000, psychological resistance, and also technical resistance. But this is of note. So let's look at the S&P quickly, see if they're changing their mind. Sideways there. DAX is just bonkers. It's absolutely crazy. I was looking at just for a little bit, just as I was waiting for when I'm compiling the data, I'll listen to some music. And I was just waiting for the music to stop before I made this video, and I was just looking at the DAX chart, and it just only went sideways here, in this area here. Everything else was bullish. We're trending in a very bullish way. So if we're going to fall, we probably are going to be by the dip, okay? But you have to be careful if the herd are going to do it as well. That's the big caveat. However, they've sold here, so we should be above this box, right? So it looks like the DAX is slightly stronger than the US, which is of note. So we should be above that box, 8%. So we're well skewed on this particular instrument. And we'll look at gold. And yeah, they'd sold twice. This is the all-time high. Yeah, all-time high. And of course they'd sold it. Up it come. They'd sold it. Up it come. And well, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see, won't we? I think personally that this is a big stop run for the PCE data, because all the banks are saying that the PCE data is going to come in hot, and Powell's coming in to reassure the market. So I reckon this could be a pump in order to sell at a really good, attractive, high level for sure. If you think about it, if that was the top and they'd all agreed, the banks got together and said, well, we're looking to sell this now because, the forward guidance from Powell is indicating for more dollar strength, then this could be a good risk to reward. They pushed price up to a particular point in order to sell, potentially, but it's not guaranteed, right? We're definitely trending higher. We can see we're trending high. They'd sold it here, which doesn't make any sense because it didn't look bearish. So they'd sold it here, but I didn't know why they'd sold it there. It's really strange. We saw like a parabolic move because of that, and up we come, and they sold it again. So we saw some strong moves to the upside. So I think maybe it's setting up for a sell, but I'm not privy to the information. I don't work for the big banks, but it looks to me that these moves are slightly unusual, and it sort of warrants a lot of caution. So let's move that across. So big day tomorrow, I think, and we could well be in a state of dominance we'll go to Euphoria when we cross above 50%, which we may do in the making of this video. If we go beyond 50%, then we're going to be into dominance, but we'll need to cross beyond 89%. So then, therefore, that will then be green, and that'll be fully risk on. Okay, and we'll probably get to 40,000 on the Dow Jones. So that'd be really horrible for the bears. Probably worth showing you this, I guess. So it's worth saying about the AU. It's got a poor fundamental score, so we're looking to sell Australian dollar USD. We're also looking to sell the Euro USD and also the Pound USD and the Kiwi USD. But we want, if it's got a poor fundamental score, which is the MSS, we'd want the QDB scores to be -2, and GU isn't. NU is waiting on that, nearly there, and AU we're waiting on the score change, and so we haven't got any setups there. So I'm sort of leaning towards USD strength, because I think we could well be moving up higher as per harmonic. Where are we? Let me grab this. So this is the grimace emoji. So I didn't really want it to come up here, but it's gonna, looks like it's going to. And then we've got obviously that resistance at B, and I think we know we could make a double top, like I said in this morning's video, but I think this would be too obvious, and then they'll look to sell it. So it would probably need to just break those guys and get them out. So it might need to be above A there. So this bit where it completes, where the BC completes, might have to be above A just to get them out, because we don't, they probably don't want too many people selling if they're going to look to sell, right? Because that double top will be obvious for the retail crowd, so they'll just won't make it a double top, I think, and they'll just have C above A there. So it's something that they're probably thinking about. They don't want to get the herd involved in something that they're going to do. They want to put them out. They want to get them off the, they want to get them jettisoned off the aeroplane, like cargo, basically. So I think a double top wouldn't be the scenario. It'd want to do that just to throw them off and get those shorts out. Because if they're going to look to sell up here, they definitely don't want millions and millions of retail traders to get involved with them. They want to be sure that they're trapped. So this could be like a trap for the shorts. All right, so that's Dixie. Robot, I suppose, yeah, we can talk about the robot. We had a good day today. It wasn't a lot of profit because we're just using 10 pip SLTP. And if you remember, well, you probably might not have seen it because this video is going out, out there on, people without Discord. But if you are in the Discord, you would have seen what I was saying is that we're going to come up to the SLC and down, and it's going exactly as forecast. It just had to do this H4 candle, remember, and it just had to do this big move, a 42 pip move from the low. It did this, and I was like, oh well, okay, fair enough, it's going to retrace, and it did this like big bullish move. And at that point I say, probably just want to get SLC, and we're going to come down, and it's going exactly as forecast. In fact, I can show you in case you don't believe me. And so let's come to the trading chat, and I actually linked it there. So what had happened is that the buyers had gone long at that point. That's usually like a bearish sign, because if they're buying, they shouldn't really be profiting, right? So let's look at that, right? They'd gone long and then come out, and of course what happened is it fell to punish them, basically, and then that's the reaction. So that's a cause and effect that you can see using the order book. So that was quite a good example. And I suppose that's it really. I suppose just talk about the robot quickly. We're using 10 pip SLTP, so I think we may look to increase the size, because we're not really making a lot of money on the bot, but it's like a proof of concept. So it's proven that the technicals are working okay, and we had a good day yesterday. We had a good day today. We're positive, so we can definitely look to potentially increase the sizes to 0.03 or even more, because we're using 10 pips. It's not really not really going to break the bank, is it? I mean, look at the margin level. It's crazy. We've got a load of margin left on free trades. So that's it, really. I suppose we'll just wrap up now. So have a great Easter, and if you need me at all, let me know. I'll be around over Easter, but I won't be trading much because it's going to be really quiet. Obviously, I'll be around tomorrow because we've got that PAL speech and the PCE data. But I think Monday I might just be taking it quite easy because we're bank holiday and it's going to be quite a snooze fest, I think. Unless, of course, something happens in the news. But we'll have to wait and see. So remember to trade safely. Remember to use the order book because it's really amazing. And that was a good demo that I showed you because they'd gone long. And what happened is that they momentarily got paid. Then we had the rug pull. Right? So it's a classic example of the order book and how to make money using that. So trade safely. I'll speak to you soon.